to Spark Coding. Today we will solve our next question of 8Q difficulty of Code Wars. That is, you only need one beginner level. So let us see what is the question. So you will be given an array A and a value X. All you need to do is check whether the provided array contains the value. Array can contain numbers or strings. X can be either. Return true if the array contains the value, false if not. This is the basic question of linear search. So we will see what the question is, and we will see with some examples, and then we will try to solve it on. Let us see one example. Let's say we have given an array li which has the value 1, 2, 3 and 4. Also we are given a variable x, and let's say we have to check this x is contains in li or not. So this is the basic question of linear search. Pause the video and give it a try. So in linear search, what we do, we iterate over the array from its first element, then its next, up to until we found the element, or else we ran out of the elements. So in this case, we will first iterate from the first element. We will check if this 1 is double equal to 4 or not. If it is true, then we can just return that the element is present, else we can go to the next element. The next element will be 2, it will be compared with 4, and if it is not true, then we will go to the next element, then it will go to 3, then you will check if 3 is equal to 4, if it is not true, then it will go to the next element. So finally we are at 4, it will check if both the elements are same or not. If it is same, then we can just return that the element is present into the list. Else we can say we will go to the next element. Let's say we wanted to find the x as 14, which is not present in the array. So we will go to the next element which is not present into the list, that is the last element. So we can just return after the for loop that the array does not contain the value x. Now let's try to code this out. So what we can do, we have to first iterate over the array. So we will use the for loop for element in sequence. So I am using the keyword variable la as the iterating variable, and we have to check if that la is double equal to lm, which is given. So in for loop, we just have to check if la is double equal to lm. If it is true, then we can directly return true that the element is present inside the for loop, inside the array. So after the for loop, when we know that we have checked all the elements from the array and it is not true, then after the for loop we can just return false. So let's try it out. Okay, all 11 test cases passed. Let us attempt the solution. Okay, all 111 test cases are passed. So this is all for the linear search. The linear search is so common in programming languages that in Python we have a shortcut for using this. We can just write lm in sequence. So what this will do, this will directly check if that element is present into the sequence. If it is present, if it's present into the sequence, whether it is a list or set or tuple, it does not matter. So it will just check if the element is present or not. If it is present, then it will just directly return true, else it will return false. So we just have to use return statement here, such that it will check, it will give some value, true or false, and that value we can just return from the check function. So let us try this solution also. Okay, this is also passing. Let us attempt this solution. Okay, all 111 test cases are getting passed. So let us submit the solution. Okay, so most of the people has used the same technique. So for one is the one line code that we just saw. Another one is they are using, instead of for loop, they are using the while loop. So, and again inside that while too, they are checking if that element is present inside the list or not, same as this. And then if it is present, then they are returning true, else they are returning false. I don't know why they have written pass, because it is not necessary. So this was all for this question. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel. This will help me make more creative content in the future. Thank you.